Let's get this show on the road. Wrong stream. There we go. Hello, everybody. It's time for episode 3 of Miitopia. Let's see what's going on. The last stream's so much fun. Yeah, that's why I was like, do I want to stream today? Because we streamed earlier over on Twitch and did Knockout City, the dodgeball game, which is actually really fun. It just lagged like mad because I'm stuck here in Europe while I was playing with all the Americans. But I was like, you know what, I do want to play a bit of Miitopia, even if it's just for an hour or a bit. It's definitely going to be a shorter episode than yesterday because it's already late here. But let's get on with stuff. So last we left off, we saved the Le Princess and beat the pink gorilla. But before we continue on with the next part of the story, there's some stuff that still needs doing, I feel like, in here. So let's see, like, there are some areas that we still need to traverse. Yeah, Knockout City was actually really fun. It's like super goofy. My only issue with it is that on the Switch, if you want good performance, you have to basically play in 480p. And it also just lagged like crazy at the start for us. Like, between Phantom's Switch, like, what? Is the lag much better? Yes, thankfully. I'm doing it in ultra low latency or whatever. That's good. Now we might actually respond in decent time. But yeah, like, between Phantom Switch, like, overheating and my ping being at, like, 500. It's, the first half of that stream is very, very laggy. But as it got better, we had some pretty fun games. Yeah, I do wonder, because there was a part of it where Phantom had to drop out so he could try and install the game on his... his Switch died, like, mid-match. So me and Colin had to try and fight just us. And then we were going to wait for him, and so we were chilling in the lobby until then he decided to tell us that it was going to take, like, an hour to download. So we played without him for a bit. Yeah, it's fun. I would recommend it. Yeah, you want a game question? Sure, go ahead. Ask away. Oh, what have I found? New clothes? Yeah, we're both wearing the woolly clothes. Aww. Yeah. I personally think the woolly clothes are really ugly, especially the hat, but... Oh well. Let's run! Alright. Nice. My favourite game back in the day was Super Mario RPG on the SNES. Do you guys have any recommendation for a game with similar playstyle and detail and awesome world? Do you mean, like, apart from the old Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi games, which are basically, you know, spiritual successors to Super Mario RPG? Because I imagine you must have played both of them, right? Recommendation for a game with similar playstyle, detail and awesome world. Just trying to think of one that matches all of them, because there are games with an awesome world and then games with a similar play style. Oh, is it really quiet on everything? It probably is quiet on the game. Let me fix that. Is it quiet on the game? Open volume mixer. Yeah. Hold on, I'm just trying to find... Why is it not showing up here? That probably turned the sound off, I imagine. Yeah, now OBS is here, but why is it so quiet? It shouldn't be. It's always this one problem after the next, isn't there? Let me get the audio back on here. guess maybe I'll just turn it up like this. It's going to be a bit loud in my ear, but oh well. Oh no, now I can change it, right. Turn that down for myself. Might be a bit too loud now. Let me know. Alright, and the Chrome bar is barely moving. Let me know how does it sound now? Let me know what the audio is like now. It's definitely louder. See, I think it was just a Streamlabs thing. 300 people. Hold on, one question at a time. Let me find out if the YouTube. Let me know if the sound is good. Something on PC or Switch. I mean, the Paper Mario that's on Switch isn't necessarily like the Super Mario, the Paper Mario. The Paper Mario on Switch isn't quite like the Super Mario RPG style. But if you want something similar to that, then Bug Fables is actually a pretty good shout. Like Bug Fables is a spiritual successor to Paper Mario, but considering that's a spiritual successor to Mario RPG, I would say that's probably your best bet. 2 around midday. Yeah. If you need me to turn it up anymore, just let me know. But for now, let's see what Jex and Sauce Chan are up to. Oh boy, I bought her a present. And first I complimented it. Yeah, Bug Fables. It's a digital game on the Switch, but there is a physical version, but I think it's being done by Limited Run Games, so it depends on how you feel about them. Picked this up. Yeah. Oh, trumpet, sure. Oh, nice. She likes this. She likes this a lot better than the brick that I gave her last time. Is it still quiet? It really shouldn't be, because, like, it's very loud on my end. Would you have your volume sliders at? I mean, my volume sliders for OBS is at, well, it was at 25, so if I put it up to 50, but then maybe I'll turn down, because that's now really loud in my ear. I see that, if I turn that down there. Alright, let's just see how this, because that sounds really loud to me. Ding ding. Turn up my voice, yeah. Turn up my voice, turn that down. Alright, now how does... See, now has it just gone really loud? Oh, okay, right. Right. I thought it was the game sound. Because it says my microphone should be perfectly fine. Let's go back then a bit on this. Bear with me a second as I sort this all out. Audio mixing is not my strong suit. Alright, let me now turn up my own microphone volume, I guess. Maybe I just lean in closer to the mic. Maybe that's probably the better thing to do here. Right. Okay. Yeah, no, it was raining up here. It was raining in Manchester. So, anyway, Gex giving them vegetables and fruits. Don't worry, Leo, it's coming to you soon. Right, went for the carrot. Nice. Alright, so yeah, back to... is this volume okay now? Say that. Back to the questions. Yeah, Bug Fables, that's on Switch. I would recommend that. That's probably your best bet for a Switch game. It's also on Steam. It's probably cheaper on Steam, but I played it on Switch. Still quiet but manageable. And I'm the one that's quiet, right? Okay, I'm trying to just think what the best way to change my own volume is. Because it says I've currently got my mixer volume like on max on Streamlabs, so I'm not quite sure how I can make it make it any higher. And it's definitely connected to the right thing, so it's not my webcam. Okay, I don't know why the whole thing's being quiet, because it's very loud on my end. Okay, I want an outfit. Yep, sure, I'll get the silk gear. It looks a lot nicer than the rubbish I'm wearing now. On the American East Coast, it's raining. It's not raining, I should say, but it's 90 degrees. Jeez, it's cold over here at the moment. Sure, I'll go white. Like Schultz Fiora colours. Anyway, one guy asked if I think AA is going to be in Smash. Unfortunately, I do not, as much as I would like to see AA in Smash. I think without a new Monkey Ball game, it's not exactly very like... Yeah, sure. Sure, Matt, if you know how to solve this problem, feel free to give me a call. And cameo on the stream. Hello?
Hello. Okay.
Okay. What am I doing wrong?
You just go into you click the cog underneath your volume, go into filters, and you add gain, and then you turn it up through that.
Okay.
Don't turn it up too much, otherwise you'll blow out some ears.
Okay. So on my microphone, yeah, that's the one that's low.
The volume is balanced fine. It's quiet on both ends, and if you use the filter, you won't hear the increase in volume, so it won't blow your own ears out.
Ah, okay, right. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a bit of gain. I'm gonna gradually increase it. So I'm adding 1.5 gain.
Yeah. Okay. I will. I'll take a listen to the stream.
All right.
And see how that is. I'm not leaving the call until it's fixed.
And I'll add it also to my thing. I feel like a boomer who doesn't get technology sometimes. Alright. Let me know if this is much louder. Oh, no, it's not for you. It's for Gex. You can manipulate what you get slightly. If you hold down B, the roulette goes hyperspeed. Interesting. Let's try that.
Okay, that's perfect. Alright, have a good stream.
Cheers, thanks for that.
Yeah.
I'll double down just for you in the rock, paper, scissors. Oh wow, it does go hyperspeed. Whoa. Oh, I see how you can manipulate it. Ah. I got another whisk mic though that I don't really need. Oh nice, you get a lot of money for that. Yeah, the technical whiz. Back out of there now. Da, da, da. Okay, no. I said I'll double down for him, so let's go. Although, to double down, I need to actually be able to win the first one, so... Which, I'm historically not good at this, so... Alright, there we go. Can double down. Let's go. Yeah, I'll up the ante, sure. Alright, what should I go for next? Rock, paper, or scissors? I'm gonna let you all decide because my luck is bad. Popular opinion, I'll take it. Rock, paper, or scissors? Oh, rock the block, paper, paper. Oh, we got 2 for paper, 1 for rock. Scissors, 1 for scissors. Well, paper's winning out, paper's winning out. Alright. Let's go. Paper. Oh, it was a draw. Okay. One more time, one more time. Rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors. What's it gonna be? It's the sound of my heart. Paper again? Paper again? Sounds like paper again. Paper again. Nope. Didn't work out. Sad times. 'Tis the nature of the double down. Oh well, it's fine. Let's eat some grub. It's okay. You got me past the first stage, which is better than I usually get on my own. I'm gonna give Sauce Chan that jelly she loves. Boom. Gorilla protein. So these guys are all fine with anything. Yeah, well, I'm gonna give myself that protein. Ah, yeah. And then, yeah, Gex, you can have the devil cake. Get that magic up. Yes, we did find a food that Sauce-kun likes. What was it? I can't remember, but I'm sure. Oh yeah, he really likes banshee tears. He's the only person who likes the banshee tears. Oh yeah, that is a good shout. I'll put that on stream in a bit. What, you know, while they're walking, I'll go find it. They should save it, really. Whee! Ah, nice. Alright, let's go. While Sauce Chan is riding along. So up is where we want to go, because we want to zigzag. Where's my folder? Oh no, I don't want to replace that. Attack. Multitasking to the extreme. Go, Sauce Chan, go! Yeah, I think he likes the mushroom disc. Banshee tears are his favourite. He's the only person on this squad that likes them, because... I guess. I don't know. They fuel his ego. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah! Oh nice, Gex gained a level. Oh nice, get MP back. Well, the MP's never really been much of an issue in this game so far. Who knows, it'll probably get really insane. While we're doing this, I'll put the artwork. The horse is very OP. It like obliterates everything. Oh wow, he just completely skipped over that one then. I was hoping I'd be able to tackle both wanting the same thing. Alright. Apple. Oh yeah, you're right, Leo, about the slimes being different flavours, seeing as we're now fighting apple slimes. What, you think the Bible came first and then Christianity followed? Instead of it being the other way around. I mean, who knows? Maybe that is the case. I wasn't alive 2,000 years ago, so I can't say for sure what came first. It's alright. It's probably better to have no soul than a soul that's already dipped in darkness like Gex's is. Here, now I can put the... There you go. Put the jelly on stream. Done based on yesterday's thing. I'm just going to cover the chat for a sec. Yeah, learnt pincer together. They really like that, the Konosuba dance. Okay, what's everyone want to buy? Oh god, that looks terrible. We're going for it. I might make him take off the helmet though, because that looks bad. Yeah, and it also clips through his thing. So I'll equip it for now. and then I will take it off. You know what? I can put this down here. No, it's too small then. There's nowhere good to put it on the stream. We're going to have to take it off. But it's a really good piece of artwork. Yeah, Dusty's a great artist. He does some phenomenal work. Oh boy, the swimming gear. After just buying a good set of clothes, I decided to go and ruin it completely. I feel like I look like I've gone on holiday to the Maui Islands or whatever, the Easter Islands or whatever they're called. Yeah, Source is just kind of there. Source is just the neutral powerhouse that stands behind us. Let's take off my Sourcekin's hat because his head clips through it. And we don't like that. Yeah, you know what, that works. I didn't mean to click on that, but sure. We need to use the OCs in a few more things. When the website gets updated, we need to include them in more places. Like we've used SourceChan in a few places, but I don't think we've used any of the others outside of like the random Discord posts usually by Dusty. I suppose they're all going to be used in this, except for the dog because I don't know where I can use the dog, unfortunately. All right, let's sprint to this one part that we're missing. Whee! Look at him ride. Yeah. All the animals just hang out in the barn, you know. It's the chill. The horse is always requesting to speak with Gex. Horsepower. It's actually kind of worse. Like, if I had just done one AoE attack, then I would have just wiped them out. Like that, that's all I needed to do. Yeah, Dusty doesn't mind. I mean, they're effectively made for the site. Although if we do use them on the site, I will speak to him about it because I'm not just gonna take them. As much as he doesn't mind me using them stuff like this. All right, what have we found down here? Oh no, started a yawn chain. Oh, guys, this is not the place to take a nap. Oh well, fine. Ah, I should make SourceChan yellow. This thing, our colours are red, but I just realised how very nicely colour coded we all are. Wow, nice. I'll make you the child of Mr. Blobby. That can be your OC. I just turned down the volume a little bit on my side because it was getting a bit loud for me. But if it's gone too quiet for you guys, I'll turn it back up again through gains. Oh no, I don't want to do any horseplay, thank you very much. Did anyone see the documentary years ago now? I can't remember if it was on Discovery Channel or Netflix or something. It was about like weird fetishes that people have. And not necessarily like sexual fetishes, just weird things that sometimes people do. And there was the one woman who liked to pretend to be a horse and did horseplay. It was like they made like an episode about that, an episode about a guy who eats raw meat, and an episode about a guy who eats roadkill. And it was a very strange show, but it was a very interesting one. Ooh, SourceChan, what are you asking? Ooh. Oh boy. Wow. SourceChan really doesn't give a shit. We all know who SourceChan likes anyway, it's me. Well, I guess they like each other now as well. Now Source-kun will die for you. Yeah, Leo, I know he does, because you're there. You're in the chat. Oh, wow. Oh no, Gex is speaking horse. There are just some things that not everyone can understand. Man, Gex and the horse really get along. I want to spend some time with the horse. You two should probably spend some time together as well. Wow. Prayer vestment. Sure, why not? Boss versus a movable object. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll go for yellow so that it colour matches, even though I'd rather the black part be changed, but whatever. Ooh, shiny iron armour. And... oh, jeez. Well, you know. When in Rome. Let's match with Gex. Ah, yeah. Settle down, ladies and gents. Alright. Okay, you two love this stuff. Nice. Man, that cleric's going to be very high on the HP trade. Just sort of realised that by making Mind Guy purple, I already ruined the colour thing I was going for. He's not a lamb, he's a horse. Alright, this part of the dungeon's complete. Let's do this one. Just going for that 100% flag clear. And it's just a good way also to get more money. Money is so valuable in this game. Oh yeah. Righteous anger. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. You could have just kicked them in the face. Might want to save these how? As in, might want to save the money or might want to save the food. Goblin ham. Oh, nice. Chest. Awesome. Yeah, that's why I'm doing the tower now, so... That's what, because there are areas in the tower and the forest that I haven't done. Yeah, that's why, like, I didn't... That's why yesterday... Oh, no, Source-kun, no! Thought you had no soul. Come on, Source. Let's take him down. Let's take down the imp. Ah! How could you do that? Didn't even get to ride the horse. Don't just run through the same maps over and over when you have to grind. Well, yeah, anyway, as I was saying, yeah, because this is a new stream, it's a bit more fresh, so I don't mind going through the, yeah, the woods and stuff, like, again. Just to miss all the areas I ran through last time. Because there's still a treasure, there's still a big chest in the woods I haven't got. And there was an entire route in the canyon that we didn't go down. So I'm going to try and do all of them. Yeah! So I guess other than Matt, anyone interested in getting Shin Megami Tensei 3 this week? Because I think that's the next big game that's coming out, right? So I don't know what other games out other than that coming out soon other than that, and Game Builder Garage in like a week and a bit. Snort together. Alright, let's see what me and the horse are up to. Ta-da! Which one's he going for? I hope he goes for... Yeah, that's right, because I'd have rather had the apple. That's fair, you just got the PS5 now, so you may as well focus on it. Nice. Yeah, Sorskin and the horse get along moderately, it seems. So I should probably change that. It's good to have a balance. Yep, alright, I'll upgrade your armor. Go on. Yeah, Game Builder Garage looks really fun. Yeah, let me know what Sackboy's like, because I think that's one of those ones that's also on PS4. And I was like somewhat interested in it on PS4. Because it's basically 3D World, right? So I think it's Mario Golf. Yeah. Then Ratchet looks fun as well. I'm not massive on the Ratchet and Clank franchise. I like the remake that they did for the movie. Like, that was a good game. But the only other one I think I've played is Ratchet and Clank 3. And I only played it because a friend had it. That's normal. Mouse Treat. No one's had this before. And Golem Steak. No one's had that before. I'll give myself the Golem Steak and see. Oh, nice. I like it. And the Mouse Treat. Guess. Well, let's. Who should I give this to first? So I'll give this to Gex. And now he's full. So I guess you two will have the Mouse Treats. Nope, not one for her. Oh, speed dropped. Oh no. And Sorskin doesn't mind it. Good, good. And off we go. One more up. Yep, there's just a few routes down here to go. Let's go down this time. Last time we went always up. Now we're going to go always down. Nope. Yeah. Nice. Gex needs some new clothes. He's been shirtless for a while now. Always down. That's the way to do it. Or a chest. 650 chi, not bad. Helps pay off the armor that you just bought, Sorskin. Keep doing mid-sizes. I mean, I would argue that Ratchet and Clank is probably still a juggernaut for them. It's just like, it's not a... It's just, it's a juggernaut of a different style, right? It's like how Mario's a juggernaut. It's like... Not every... Sony want to do juggernauts, but not every juggernaut they want to do is a AAA realistic cinematic experience. It just happens to be that most of them are that. But you're right, I would like more mid-level stuff from Sony. Like, Ape Escape is still the best thing they've ever done, in my opinion. I do want... Speaking of, I do want to try Gravity Rush at some point. Ah, Mage Goblins, stop that. Well, I can snort. Yeah, absolutely. Little damage my foot. Yeah, I don't think Sony's gonna go bust. But the companies, the game studios under them, maybe. if no one's buying the games. I don't know. I lost all optimism for Ape Escape after the Japan studio got sort of downsized significantly. Like, because if anyone was going to make it, it would have been them. So, oh, nice backflip. Oh yeah. Good, Sorskin. You've learnt your lesson this time. So Ape Escape is the type of game now that I feel we will see some sort of indie studio make a spiritual successor to it in the next like 5 years or something. I think that's the one thing about the Japan studio closing. People who are fans of those games are going to try and make new ones in that style. It also makes me wonder if Mario and Luigi might get the same thing given Alpha Dream's situation. But I'm also wondering if the Mario and Luigi style of game actually works very well, because I enjoyed them, but there was obviously a lot of them, and they started to get a bit dull. But it was pointed out to me by someone who's not as big a fan of them that just having 2 party members really limits what the sort of creative stuff you can do. And he was kind of right, you know. It's you are kind of very limited when you've only got 2 partners to use with, and then they both do basically the same thing. Something like food for thought. I wonder if an indie studio could potentially take the Mario and Luigi franchise or the style from that and sort of run with it and evolve it so that it's something that people would want to stick with. That's the thing, right? I'm just going off on a tangent now by this. It's people are always super upset when a game studio a game series that they like goes under. But if you only like the Mario and Luigi series, I guess, for the fact that it was Super Mario themed, then I mean, yeah, all right, fair enough. That's for you. If that's why you liked it, sure. But if you liked it for the gameplay, then there's probably is an indie game out there, or there will be soon, that'll be able to give you exactly what you wanted. It just won't have a Mario theme. Yeah, let's get the Kinopio-kun hat on. Oh man, I'm really disappointed. Not disappointed, I should say. I'm sad that Kinopio-kun has retired now as Nintendo's line mascot. It's like disappointing because he was a cool mascot. When I found out that there was they did a promotional artwork for him with Mario Kart Tour, where they actually had like a 3D model of him and a special car of his that they used specifically for the advert, and had the advert Kinopio-kun is not in Mario Kart Tour, and I'm kind of disappointed because I would totally go for him if he was, even though he's just a green toad. Yeah, Green Toad has been retired. He retired like last week. And it's super sad because he was like, it's like the sequel to Badge Arcade, right? Like just the weird Nintendo mascot that's well known because he's from a popular series like Mario, but they put him in everything. I guess let's go down. Like there was the Phoenix Wright artwork with where he has the Phoenix Wright hair. He definitely had Monster Hunter artwork as well, Kinopio-kun. I'm not actually Sorskin, you know. Sorskin is still a floppy disk. Alright, snort away. As for Mario and Luigi, I think most of the people are going to Indie Mario themed opportunities. You've got Paper Mario. Yeah, we were talking about Bug Fables earlier. Bug Fables is a pretty good Mario and Luigi no, Bug Fables is a very good Paper Mario spiritual successor. And yeah, Triss was working on Seahorse Saga, which I was also looking up. You can't tell from the hat. It's me, NantenJex. Like, not the floppy disk. Floppy disk is its own separate entity. It's the source of all sources. It's where all the world's data is gathered and stored for for the future. I'm just going to say that. And one day we will make a plush of said floppy disk, but I need to find someone who'll actually make the plush. Or a U2s. I wonder how they do those U2s, because they always they all got the same frame, don't they? They all got the same base, so you probably couldn't make one of something that didn't look like a human. Because otherwise it would require special crafting. Yeah, we won't see Kinopio-kun with Demi-Fiend tattoos, unfortunately. It is because that would have happened. How do you like Miitopia? Yeah, I'm enjoying Miitopia. Hence this is the third stream so far. We'll see how its longevity holds out. Because already like the gathering stuff has been on repeat. Not gathering stuff. What are they called? Outings. That's it. But I'm hoping as the game goes on we get more of them, and obviously we get new party members and things change up. Yeah, you could say Source-kun is the internet, basically. The internet in physical form. Nice, go Source-chan. Slap these imps. Okay, Gex is just gonna eat a banana. Nice. Her weird alien staff. Probably someone who spreads deliberate misinformation. I don't know why, but I like to think that the anti-Source-kun would be like, yeah, other than Nintendo Everything-kun. I like to think that the anti-Source-kun would be like a magic 8-ball, because it's the sort of thing that people rely on for answers, and you know, those answers aren't based in any real fact or anything. It's just you know, it'll just say a thing, and people will believe it. It's like prime for misinformation. And also it's another object like a floppy disk is. And a floppy disk is square and an 8-ball is round. Like, they sort of counter with each other. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, exactly, 8. There you go. 8 is the anti-Source-kun. The Source Gaming villain has been lying there in Discord the whole time. Yeah, Apex, try out the demo and see if you like it. That's going to be the best way to see. I mean, always trying out a demo is a good way to see if you like this a game or not. But in this game in particular, it's really all about making your OCs and seeing what goofy stuff they get up to. What did Jex and Gex want? Oh, Gex bought me a present. Oh, you didn't have to tell me there was a sale. What is it? Perfume. What's he think of me? Yeah, you know, that's Wah, Source-kun. No. Be getting my just desserts if it was a brick. Oh no! Oh no! She's jealous of Gex. She would have also probably preferred the perfume. Oh, finally, Gex wants a new outfit? Oh, hell yeah. Gex is the love master. Everyone's jealous of Gex. Look at that absolute suave style. Alright, let's eat. Gex just gets stronger as he dines on the goblin meat. Nice. So what does everyone hope that we see announced at E3? And not the rumoured stuff that we've just had for, like, you know, we've been getting for ages now. You know, Metroid, Donkey Kong, another Smash character. Like, I want something that's unexpected to be announced at E3. So, what does anyone want? I mean, what, Demi Fiend for Smash, right? Or just Demi Fiend to be at E3. He's just gonna host. E3 is just the prologue to Shin Megami Tensei 6. An F-Zero would be a great way to dunk on pessimists. But you know they would just get pessimistic about something else, like Golden Sun. I mean, those already exist, but there'd be more of them. I mean... Mysterious Murasame Castle 99, yes! Let's go. You know it. See how far you can get. That game would get whittled down to like 5 people very fast, considering how difficult that game can get. It'd just be the top 5 who actually know how to play it. I think... See, Nintendo do care about Star Fox and F-Zero. I actually have a video I'm working on for this that's going to go up on the other channel. That I was originally going to make like the next video, but I'm going to pace them out a little bit better now. But Nintendo do care about F-Zero and Star Fox. There are just like other things that get in the way of those games. Well, actually, no, even Star Fox. I think Star Fox will probably get a new game at some point in the next, like, decade. Which I know is a long time. But I think as long as Miyamoto is still around and working at Nintendo, we're gonna be getting a new Star Fox and a Pikmin. Miyamoto's just, like, distracted by Nintendo, Universal Studios, Nintendo, and now the Mario movie and all stuff like that. Yeah, Star Fox is much more likely than F-Zero. F-Zero's not to spoil my video, but F-Zero's problem is that the highest person up at Nintendo who actually cares about F-Zero is Miyamoto. And Miyamoto has already got Star Fox and Pikmin that he cares about more. And so that's a problem. But Miyamoto is not the only person who cares about F-Zero at Nintendo. He's just the one with the most sway. There are a few other producers at Nintendo who worked on stuff like F-Zero GP Legend, and they're much more smaller time producers, but they're the ones who really people should be trying to convince to try and make a new F-Zero game. I feel like if a competent indie studio wants to work on an F-Zero game, if they can put together a good demo and go to that producer and sort of show him, you know, we can do this, they might, and we will make it as well ourselves, so that Nintendo doesn't have to give developers or anything for it. Jex. Then they will probably fund one, because Nintendo sees the benefit of making a new F-Zero. They just don't see the benefit of doing it themselves, I suppose. Well, Star Fox's problem is the story. That's the new idea. Otherwise, Star Fox Zero, even if it's just a retelling of Star Fox 64, did try something new gameplay-wise. Didn't work. It was very clunky and cumbersome, and you only really had fun when you got used to it. But it was at least an idea. That Miyamoto, like, it was a new idea. It wasn't a new story, though. Curious what Retro things were working on pre. Yeah, I think whatever Retro was working on pre-Prime 4 is dead now. Like, people talk about I'm sorry, a bread outfit. Okay. So, yeah, people always talk about how good Retro Studios are as a dev, and oh, come on, like I gave you money to buy a different type of food. Okay, not the MP suite that we have a million of. Oh boy, Source-kun gonna get buff-kun. But yeah, like Retro Studios, they make decent games. I'll say that. Like, but they have so many projects that just never get off the ground or fail because there's just something fundamentally wrong with them. And like, so it's hard. Everyone's always like, oh yeah, Retro haven't made like a bad game. Metroid Prime, Donkey Kong Country, they can do no wrong. But I actually feel like Retro have probably made more games that have been cancelled than games that they have released. Because the game that they're less likely to make a game that is good. But we don't know that because the games of theirs that only get released are the good ones, if that makes sense. I mean, did Nintendo's totally stop talking about Pikmin after it came out on Switch? Yeah, I mean, I feel like they just ported Pikmin to the Switch just to have it. And yeah, it's done surprisingly well. They're definitely working on another Pikmin. I'd be very surprised if Pikmin 4 wasn't in development. Again, it's just like, it's a Miyamoto-led series. It's not like Mario and Zelda, which have Koizumi and Aonuma tied to them now. It needs Miyamoto's push, and he's been very distracted by other stuff. They've been trying to push him away from the game development for a while, I think, now. Yeah, Nintendo literally bought Retro so they would stop making bad games instead of Metroid Prime. And they didn't work very well. It's all like they bought Retro so they'd stop releasing bad games. Yeah, that was... So that little goodbye thing is really interesting. Because I actually had the opportunity to speak with Nintendo directly at one point about that thing, and the person I chatted to was pretty convinced that it was actually nothing at all, to be honest. Like, obviously we don't know what it is, but he obviously could have also just been trying to shift things away to not talk about stuff that was then released. But he was pretty convinced to us that when I was speaking to him that is actually nothing at all. So, rip. Actually, just trying to catch up on the chat as it's moving. A lot of people believe that there's still a lot left over from Nintendo's potentially E3 and 4 Directs. Yeah, that's my fear for Nintendo's E3. I'm worried that all of their announcements have already been leaked. And so there won't be anything new that we'll get. Which will make me kind of disappointing. As much as I like Metroid and Donkey Kong and Zelda, I want to be surprised. Okay. Just a bunch of shirtless dudes chilling in the sun. Well, that just spikes down, doesn't it? Let's go! Cheese is gonna take the wheel while I read the chat. I mean, Smash Ultimate Pass 3 is a big fear. No fear. Smash Ultimate Pass 3. One fear. I don't think it was put in to mess with people. It's probably just something like... It's probably just something that's not actually a game. Like if Retro actually have like an internal mascot, or you know, like when Nintendo prototype games, they have like a little character that they actually use. Like the Unity Man, for example, they have their own version of that. It could be just Retro's thing, basically. It doesn't have to be from something that was actually planned to be released. I mean, if past 3 gets announced, we can keep making all contents and stuff, so I shouldn't be complaining too much. And it's obviously still more content for Smash. It would be kind of fun to see it get to 100 characters. Alts included, because I don't think otherwise it will. But, on the same thing, I kind of want to see Sakurai work on something that's not Smash Brothers, because as much as I like Smash Brothers, Kid Icarus Uprising is still the best game he's ever made. And he won't get to make other games like it if he keeps working on Smash Brothers. Yep. And that route there, okay. What story games did Koizumi work on with Zelda? He was obviously there for a lot of the previous Zelda, but I thought Osawa was the one who did like Ocarina of Time storyline. Like he was the scenario writer for that game, right? And I feel like Koizumi left the Zelda team after Wind Waker, right? Because that's when they set up the Tokyo studio. Oh, he wrote Link's Awakening. Yeah, that checks out. Link's Awakening is a very different game. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Ocarina of Time became more story-focused because people like the story of Link's Awakening. Because, I mean, well, prior to that, the story was very bare bones. Like, A Link to the Past is just a slightly more elaborate original Zelda. Like, a Zelda without the a Zelda before the world got destroyed, I guess, in Zelda 1. And then Zelda 2's story was also fairly basic, but it was more focused on fleshing out the world than anything else. Yeah, he left after Wind Waker, yeah. I'm trying to think what the best Zelda story is. Because Wind Waker sits up there very high. And I really like Twilight Princess's story as well. Like, I think just from a story perspective, Twilight Princess is really good. It's just the game itself has a bunch of flaws. Flaws that the manga fixes. But the flaws are in the game, and that's what's most important. Like all the Ilia stuff. Like, that should have... The way the manga handles Ilia is significantly better than the way the game handles Ilia. Like, including, like, the pacing of her story is much better in the manga. And should absolutely be... Ooh, what's my guy doing with his eyes? Oh, Sourcecon's bonded with the horse. Let's go. Nice. He's a chunky horse. 12 past 3. I just don't enjoy talking about Smash so much as I used to because of how tribal it's gotten. It's literally a roster and nothing else. Yeah, it's because people only want to talk about the roster because that's all... We know that's all we're getting at this point. If there was the possibility that we might be getting new modes, I think people would talk about them more. Talk about it more. But at this point, we're all sort of content that it's either... It's going to be a new character and a stage to go along with that character and basically nothing else. Which does kind of suck, but... Oh well. I mean, the problem with the Ceiling War storyline is it can never really actually make it into a game. Really? Because you always sort of need to have an ending where the hero wins, and the whole point of the Sealing War is that they struggle to win and they have to seal him away. Like that's why it's the timeline where Link has to die for it to happen, because there can't be a hero who can actually stop Ganondorf. It's like how they can never make a story about the world before Wind Waker, because it literally ends with the world being flooded because nobody can stop Ganondorf, and that doesn't make for a good story. That's why Age of Calamity didn't end on a tragedy either, because they want the player to still feel like they've won at the end of the day. So yeah, it's a tough one to do. I feel like those kind of stories are probably better for outside media, like manga or novels or TV shows or something. Like ways to expand the world that way. Like the prologue to Skyward Sword, that's actually that manga inside the Hyrule Historia. Like that ends in a tragedy because it has to. But it works as like a piece of outside media. Yeah, he left. Green Time was their attempt. I think that we'll see Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends and Arceus in the E3 Direct or Pokemon Presents. Pokemon Presents. Like we might see him in both. They sometimes put a brief trailer for the whatever Pokemon game is going to be out that year at their E3 thing. But Pokemon will get its own thing. Yeah, we'll go up. Pokemon will get its own thing like in a week, and that will have more details. Definitely on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, maybe on Arceus, because that's obviously further down the line. But they might want to cover both off at the same time, so who knows? Oh boy, more mouse treats. Just call it cheese. Say it like it is. Okay. Link's Awakening has the best story, though. Link's Awakening does have a very good story. That's because it's, like, the one with the most sort of moral choice in it. But I do like the idea of the whole world is a dream, and that you're the one who's... The only way you can save it is by destroying it. I think that's kind of cool. It's ballsy, that's for sure. A gunblade? And that's not a gun, it's just a utility sword. Looks like a gunblade. I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, of course. There can be struggle. All the sages have to die for Link to win. But you don't play as the sages, you play as Link. And that's what's important. It's the character you're playing as that needs to be able to survive to the end. And if that character has to die for the story to fit canonically, I don't see them doing it. And that's the problem. I would be all for a Smash Ballot, I'll be entirely honest. Like, I know it caused massive tribalisms, but I think I just like having that Smash data. Even though they never released that Smash data, but you know, it had an influence. Also, it loses like everything. Boost magic up. Yeah, I mean, Link loses everything. Like, Link loses everything, but they still defeat the evil. So the world is still saved, and Link is still the one who saves the world. He just sort of suffers at the end of it. But he gets to live, and then marry Malon, I guess. After having a traumatic experience in Termini. I kind of low-key would really like a Zelda game that's set in the same universe as Terminia instead of Hyrule. And that's just like its own branch timeline that they can go off and do whatever they want in instead. Like, and show whatever the parallel Hylians are and parallel Link. Even do the same in Lorule. Give us like Legend of Hilda or something. Because I feel like at some point if they... That's why I like the Breath of the Wild as just a retcon... Breath of the Wild is a new timeline where all the other games are like stories in Breath of the Wild theory. Because at some point, if Nintendo are really trying to make every game actually connected, it's going to become ridiculous. They already botched it by having introduced the third timeline. But the more games they make in Zelda, the harder it is going to be to actually fit a timeline that makes sense into the story. Given that realistically in the eyes Smash fans has changed considerably since 2015. Been interesting. I don't know, man. It could be the Malon ending is proof, or it could be that the Ruto ending is proof. You know, you never. All we know is that Link has a kid. It doesn't have to be with Malon. Link can ride a horse. He doesn't have to be a farmer. There are many things can happen here. What was the relationship with the horse? What's your relationship with the horse? You should hang out with the horse. I'll let you two hang out. So, oh, you're gossiping about me, huh? Sus. I thought you two were... Ouch, me. I thought you two were, like, love rivals. But you're fine about gossiping about me. I see how this is. Probably likes. They will avenge each other. No, I think the only implication of Lorule and Terminia being the same is the fact that Majora's Mask is obviously in A Link Between Worlds. And the theory is that it was Ravio who brought it with him and just hung it up in your place. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else that actually sort of connects the two, so... Yeah, that's true. A second Smash ballot will be like a big sign that Nintendo is still wanting to make more Smash. That is worrisome, because they won't make another Smash for Switch. It'll be a Smash for the Switch 2, and if they're planning it that far ahead, I will be concerned. Because unlike Mario Kart, where the first one obviously came out at launch and is a port, I don't think you'd have two Smash Bros. Games on the same system. It's considering how long this one's been going on for. No, Monster Hunter won't get a rep at this point. Like, the producer clearly doesn't want a hunter in the game. Otherwise, I feel like we would have absolutely got one in the DLC already. Oh, the horse is hanging out with us. He wants to party as well. What's up with Sauce? It's been... Ah, yeah, see? It's because he loves me. Don't get jealous, you two. Oh, nice, there's a chest. Yeah, this isn't the big chest. Oh, more game tickets. Whoa. I don't know, man. The longer we go without a new Golden Sun and a new, like, Star Fox, the less likely Crystal and Isaac become. Even as popular picks, there are going to be new popular... Whoa, he just snorted fire? Well then. Anyway, there's going to be more popular picks, like, appearing from the woodworks. And more people who haven't played the classic games who want their choices in. So, that's always going to be an issue. Ooh. International base. We need to get if the ballot happens, we all need to vote for Gex. That's the only way. That's how we got to get him in. And what's everyone chatting about? Sorskin, every time you're cleaning the inn. You don't need to clean the inn. Oh, Gex isn't going to do it. He's just going to... So yeah, you can do it. Oh boy. Yeah, that's right. Young blood gets it. Gex in Miitopia, Gex in Smash. That's what we got to go for. But we need a second ballot, otherwise how will they know to put Barlan in from the famous Barlan Wonderland? How else can we tell everyone to give him a chance? Let's use the roulette. I don't really feel like playing rock, paper, scissors right now. Bread vestments? Okay, let's go. No! Ah! I didn't want a HP banana. Let's try to force it along. There we go. That should get me bread vestments. Hey, can you stop? There we go. Got worried then. I was like, glorious. And tasty. Oh, nice. Let's go for the raisin bread? Plum bread? Fruit bread. Fruit bread. I'm going to call it fruit bread. Alright, let's go. Just nervous of Bandy's current chances. Yeah, Bandy is definitely a weird one. Like, I don't want to say Sakurai Bias is keeping him out, but he was clearly like a very popular pick who just doesn't seem to get like anything. Like, at the very least, Dixie Kong got a hat. Like, you could have given a Bandana D me costume, me hat or something. Because I get Bandana D and Dixie Kong not making it onto the base roster for Ultimate, considering it had a smaller roster than normal. But you would have thought it would have got something else. Like, and I also get Bandana D not being an assist trophy in the same reason Dixie Kong wasn't an assist trophy, because they're not... They're interesting characters to play as, but in terms of what an assist trophy would do, all they could really do is run around and attack, as if they were fighters. And there are plenty of assist trophies already like that in Ultimate. Like, I feel like assist trophies should be more unique. Like, Ultimate actually has a lot of assist trophies that literally just run around and pretend to be a fighter for a little bit. And maybe too much as I like the representation of some of them. I feel like a lot of those 4Smash Twitter accounts are bad, though. Like, there used to be a lot more of them, I think, back when the Assist Trophy Alliance was happening. But nowadays, they are usually just weird stands, or just steal memes. Oh no, we're getting on in the vor again. I forgot that this is what the forest is like. Ouch. Come on, someone save me, please. Thank you. Go on, Gex. Nice. We're playing, that's it. I'm actually playing your version of the game. Matt, you just don't realise. Like, we're playing the same game at the same time. I'm just running in a different area. Yeah, Huff didn't hear it this time, did he? Oh, nice. Another chest. Awesome. Let's go. Forest nuts. I can't have them. I'm allergic. Alright, cool. We're done with this section. One last section in the woods. Yeah, that's pretty much right. Go to sleep source. As much as we cover Smash, I personally don't consider us Smash YouTubers. Oh no, Sourcekun's also asleep there. What? How did he get there? Why is he sleeping on his butt? That's weird, man. Oh yeah, the Global Smash roster site. He had a noble goal, I guess, but he had a noble goal, but like, man, was it not like there was clearly a bias right from the start with that site. It's yeah, because I remember speaking to him about it because he wanted to know how many, because his goal was to make like the biggest like Smash poll, essentially, to have the biggest data, because as far as he was concerned, the more numbers, the more accurate it would be, which is a flaw, which is completely flawed. It's all about the quality of the responses, not the quantity of the responses. But he wanted to know, Source Gaming had, I guess, the biggest at the time, so he wanted to know how many we had so that he could get more than us, basically. But I remember looking through his results and being very confused about the heavy, and then looking into his profile and finding out that obviously he was a, heavy for Smash, like, Twitter account. And then, like, obviously, because of that, a lot of the places he would go to build up his stuff were places that were already biased towards heavy being in Smash. And so because of that, right from the start, his pool, I guess, of characters was already contaminated. Ah, thank you, BW. Yeah, Delzathan's a very good Smash YouTuber. I'm trying to think of other Smash YouTubers. I don't really watch many. Any channels I watch that do Smash tend to do other stuff, like Roger Space, for example. He's much more of an anime manga YouTuber, I would say, than he is a... I don't know. I guess, yeah, I'd say he's more of an anime manga YouTuber, but he obviously does Pokemon and Smash as well, so... And, like, I don't know if Papagenos would count as a Smash YouTuber, or more of a leaks and rumours YouTuber, even though most of the leaks and rumours he talks about are Smash Brothers related. Woo! Nice. Go down. No Vor today. The forest is nearly cleared. And we don't have to deal with man-eating plants anymore. Thank God. Nice. Oh, nice. Look, the spin attack. Well, they'll have to jump onto a new niche. Go onto the Fraymakers bandwagon. It's basically the same. I mean, most will probably transition to trying to just be regular YouTubers, I suppose. Nintendo YouTubers. But they'll probably also fall into the same trap of only talking about Mario and Zelda and nothing else. We will worry about you, Sauce Chan. We're never going to have you be eaten. Yeah. They never try and eat Gex or Sauce Kun, I realise. Always me and Sauce Chan who get eaten by him. Nice. Right, I think that's the forest cleared. Hooray. I mean, they have to change things up anyway, because the actual way to succeed in YouTube is to make sure you don't pigeonhole yourself into one thing. Because at some point you're going to hit a plateau in how many people actually follow your stuff. And like, unless you've picked a subject that's super interesting, unique, that already 1 million people want to watch, you need to have some sort of variety in your content. Maybe not everyone will watch it, but you'll bring in new people who will, and that's how the channel grows. So, like, you gotta change things up from time to time. Alright, we're gonna buy the Buster Gunblade for Sauce Kun. Yeah. Equip. Now that's a cool looking knife, but we can't afford it. Time to eat some grub. Okay, I like mushrooms, so Sauce Kun doesn't mind mushrooms, he doesn't hate them. But I love mushrooms. Nice. And no one likes these, but some of them are fine with them. Yeah, Gex likes the bitter tea. Nice. And then I guess you'll go for that so you've eaten something. Nice. Okay, so we're finally into the canyon, so now we can go a different route and try something new completely. So for this new Metroid, right, the one that's rumoured, the 2D one, not Metroid Prime 4, I'm very curious. What do people think about the idea of the Kozo traitor and this whole plotline they seem to be setting up in the Metroid 2 remake? Because I'm not convinced in it. Like I'm like, maybe it's less that I'm not convinced and more that I would have kind of wanted them to go down the original storyline that was being set up by Sakamoto. The whole idea of clones and what do you call them? I don't know. I mean, it seems like a clear setup for super soldiers, but the whole idea of being able to bring back the dead through cloning and being able to turn AIs into soldiers and being able to turn soldiers into AIs and vice versa. Yeah, exactly. They're sidestepping the whole Federation plotline to introduce their own plotline, and the Kozo traitor's nothing new. Canonically, there is a Kozo traitor, but that traitor also dies, killed by the space pirates. That traitor is then portrayed. So, I guess they're setting up that there is a faction still of this out there. But you're right. I kind of feel like it doesn't feel. It feels very unnatural to go from what happens at the end of Metroid Fusion to being a totally unrelated story about the Chozo. It's going to feel extra weird if for some reason the Federation would still want to work with Samus even afterwards. So my big fear, like wasn't the traitor also double agent in the Koza that Samus got her Koza DNA from? No, there were two Koza. The one that she got, unless that is the case, Greybeard I thought was the one that she got her DNA from, and he wasn't a traitor. He was still alive until he wasn't, but I don't think he was the traitor. It was the other one, Greybeard's friend, who was the traitor. But I don't remember his name. It's been a very long time, though, since I've read that manga, so... He doesn't want to eat out of the bucket. My big fear, my really big fear, is that the next 2D Metroid game will start off with Samus, like, abandoning the Adam spaceship, basically. and going off and doing its own thing. If it just starts off by having Samus having the Adam spaceship get destroyed or something, so that she has to go back to a spaceship that doesn't talk, I'm gonna immediately dislike the game. Because it just feels like a forced way to change the story to remove Adam, basically, because obviously people aren't a big fan of him after Other M. Even though people liked the ship Adam, it's... Grave... Yeah, that's it. I thought it was Grey Beard and Grey Voice. I'm gonna have to Google this. I'll Google it next time when Jesus takes the wheel. No. They'll have definitely planned around the fact that 2D Metroid and Prime Trilogy, and they'll have planned that all out. Prime Trilogy will probably come out like a year before Metroid Prime 4 does, which is why people think it should come out this year, really. But I think they'd rather get a new Metroid game out rather than ports of Metroid games. But they'll want those ports out eventually, before Prime 4 comes out. No, I'm so, like, put off by how the Sonic team, which I know is completely separate, but the Sonic team obviously sort of likes to retcon anything that fans didn't like, as if that's some sort of weird attempt to satisfy the fans, as if that will, like, make them prefer, like, the Sonic series more. When actually, I think it makes everything significantly worse. Alright, don't eat the candy you found off the ground. Source-chan really likes finding food on the ground and just taking it to eat, which is concerning. Yeah, because the Prime Trilogy is already done. They just want it to release close enough to Metroid Prime 4 that they can use it to sort of hype up Prime 4. Although I personally feel like they've waited a tad too long. I kind of feel like releasing a trilogy of games so soon to then releasing the fourth game is almost like Metroid Prime overkill. Yeah, like, it's alright when it's like a reboot that they then brought back to the original timeline. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is the same sort of thing, where it was a reboot and then they just made it a prequel. Even because, I mean, Sonic 06 really doesn't happen. Sonic 06 sort of gets away with it because it just doesn't actually ever happen, even though there's so many parts of that game don't make sense. Like, there's a Chaos Emerald stuck in a time loop. No, just you swallow the candy whole? How? Alright, let's go up. Go up to the chest. I mean, the Sonic series is all sorts of messed up. I'm pretty sure Forces, like, clashes with a lot of the other games as well. Sonic's a really bad... Sonic's a perfect example of fucking up your timeline to try and appease fans, and I don't want Metroid to go the same route. Because as it stands, the only issues that face Metroid is the fact that really, the Prime series and the mainline series don't make sense together. Like, they fit. There is a storyline where they fit. Like, I don't think there's anything necessarily that outright contradicts events that happen in future games. But Samus's characterization kind of changes between the Prime games and the current games, because they were clearly planned without each other, or at least the main series, I should say, was planned without the Prime series in mind, whereas the Prime series is probably planned with the main series. Like, the Prime series is clearly a prequel to Super Metroid and stuff because they didn't want to interfere with the story that it was building up to. But they didn't consider the fact that adding more time into Samus's past is just making her naivete in some of the later parts seem very unusual. Yeah. And I think building up the Federation is a good idea because you want them to be characterized well before you then break them down in like thingy. Like, you want to show both sides of it, and I think Other M also tries to do that. Other M clearly shows that the Federation is still bad, but it also shows you've got people like Anthony who are good. But like, because the Federation's such a big organization that it's naturally going to have both good and bad people in it. So I think being able to show both sides of that is probably a good thing. I just feel like I just feel like Samus, like it's the Ridley thing, isn't it? Samus's reaction to Ridley in Other M makes total sense if you take all of the Prime games out of the game. Like, if the Prime games never happen, then her reaction to Ridley makes absolute sense. But if the Prime games happen, then she's fought Ridley like 4 or 5 times by that point. So her reaction doesn't make any sense. And that's the problem. Yeah, no, the Metroid 2 remake canon really fucks up the beginning of Super Metroid, and I hate it for that. I feel like I can sort of get around Samus willing to work with the Federation still after Other M, despite the fact that it has the Metroid twist in there as well. Because of the very fact that she still has friends clearly in the organization, like Anthony. And she still clearly really respects Adam. And if the two happen really close to each other, it's probably close enough that Samus isn't willing to just completely jump ship like she is at the end of Fusion. In fact, it kind of makes Fusions, like, you know, this organization that I've sort of built up loads of trust with has betrayed me twice now. Yeah, no more second chances type of thing. They didn't even need to tie Prime back into it. There's so much for the ending of Metroid 2. And that is also what makes me concerned for Metroid 5. I don't like the additions that the Metroid 2 remake adds to the story. And that just makes everything worse. Yeah, no, I think Anthony will come back. My personal theory is that the whole reason that Anthony survives that game, and the whole reason Anthony is even there in the long term, is that Anthony probably gets promoted to the same position that Adam's in, and it's to give Samus at least one friendly face in the Federation, someone that's someone essentially on the enemy's side that Samus might actually be able to convince and have her join, someone who can help her on both sides, on the enemy side, basically. So even if they get a situation where like Anthony is sent to sort of deal with Samus and then obviously won't because they're friends, you can build that up, I suppose. Oh, be careful, what's happening? Oh no, why are they fighting? Horse, yes, sauce, break it up. There we go, the comfort sauce is here to save the day. Aww. Yeah, the original Metroid 2 has a very good ending. Like, I don't mind the changes that happen in, like, the middle of it, like the giant digger robot and all the extra Kozo stuff. Like, that stuff I don't necessarily mind. But everything after the Queen Metroid, including the ability to bring the baby Metroid back with you to explore some more, just feels really weird and kind of ruins the ending of the story. I'm kind of, while I don't like ignoring parts of games, I'm sort of content with pretending the ending of the Metroid 2 remake never happens. But everything else is fine to happen, if you get what I mean. Yes. Blessed sauce. Weird camo armor. I don't like the helmet. It's coming off. No, we've been talking about Samus enough. Will it look good? No, it doesn't look good. Damn. You know, that actually doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna go with the Ganondorf. Got a beard on. AM2R was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was good. I liked how they tied it into Fusion and tried to have hints on there. Like, I think both games do stuff good, like in different ways. But AM2R at least has the decency to not fuck up what the first game was, what the original was trying to get. Whoa, the blue flames. Yeah, Soskun's a man now. Sauce man. I can go back the way I came? That's interesting. Let's do that. Balls! Pincer! Oh no. I wonder if we'll get an update to Nintendo Switch Online soon. Like, maybe that's something they'll announce at E3, like Game Boy games for Nintendo Switch Online. That'd be neat. As much as everyone wants that, that's a weird zigzag that they just took there. Nice. Let's do the roulette again, see what I can win. Silver dagger, ooh. Like, really will a silver dagger. Yeah, and N64, I mean, for a while, like, an overhaul to Nintendo Switch Online has been in the works. Where they might start actually offering paid stuff, and the Fire Emblem thing and maybe even the 3D All-Stars stuff will all be just moved into that. As downloads only. Separated the All-Star one, but... Which, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I don't... It's just a bit odd because it also feels like Nintendo sees their online, like Nintendo has data that shows that sales of older games don't do as well as modern games, basically. But if they manage to make them, you know, limited time, then people will feel forced like they have to get them now as opposed to waiting to maybe get them some other day. Which I think is probably the reason that they actually made them limited time. Which sucks. Like, I don't like that as a practice at all. But what can you do? What can you do, I suppose? And now that Sakamoto's brought back Famicom Detective Club, can he bring back Karo no Tame? Because that was also his game. And like, just get Grezzo to work on it. Yeah, I know, they definitely have like copies of it still sitting on the shelves of 3D All Stars. Because obviously they just stopped sending them to people, so they'll eventually run out. But it's not like places would be forced to take it off the shelf. If they bought so many of them, they're going to want to sell them. Tensions be rising. Oh no! Now these guys are getting aggressive as well. Oh, we can't. Yeah. I mean, the 3DS version of Miitopia apparently sold over 1 million. We talked about this last time. Yeah, yeah. Matt just said it there. Maybe it could hit 2 million. The Switch has quite a big install base. And more people are interested in this game because of the demo. It also came out at a really awkward time for 3DS, so... And it's cheaper, so there's like plenty of benefits, plenty of things backing this game. I was wondering if they had a different translation or not, because obviously sometimes they do that. The European and the UK, the US translation are different. Nice. Everyone likes everyone. Well, actually, no, Sourcegun and Jex don't like each other yet. We've got to change that. Oh, and you two don't like each other. Okay, we're doing it like this. Sorry, Horse, nobody's staying with you tonight. Let's get Gex up a little bit. And the Slime Jelly, always to Source Chan. HP and MP is just skyrocketing. Hey, Super Mario Galaxy 4. Can I get the roulette? This is actually the best way to just get weapons instead of having to buy them. Ah, I did that to myself. Ah, that was dumb of me. I should have left it. Could have at least got the XP. Nice. It's... Oh, wait, no, not for you. For you. Get rid of that weird alien staff. Didn't like that. It's weird. Some G4 Asher. Oh, hello. Nice. Thank you for joining us. We're going through and clearing out, I guess, every area at 100%, I suppose. That's the goal for today. Instead of actually progressing the story. Guess I'll just go straight. Oh no. Grrr. Nice. Tag team. Nice. Nice, you're much further then. Got to play this till Game Maker comes out, and then Game Builder Garage. I'm just going to see if I can... I'm very curious to how easy it is actually to use. It looks like it should be easy with nodes. Oh, that mole ducked. Nice one, Vix. Open it up. Okay. 360G. Nice. Woo! Yeah, I will make Gex 4. We should make Gex 4. I want to try and make Urban Champion 2, I guess. That's my goal. Can I make Urban Champion good? I feel like then I'll have won. Oh boy, hops. Hop faster. If I can actually figure out a way to make a platform like an extensive platformer in that game, which I suppose shouldn't be too hard. Nintendo like massive platformers. I'm sure there's probably a tutorial for it. Then maybe I will make X4. So I want to see what like the 3D model maker is like in that game, and if it's like any extensive at all. Let's see if I can get the star mic. Yeah. There we go. Nice. This is a much better way than spending my money to buy items. Nice. You want macho vestment. Is that what the macho... Oh yeah, you can see it, the abs. Like the muscly midriff. Oh man. Sauce Chan's gone ripped. These two like ice cream. The other two don't mind chocolate. Which I guess we've never given Sauce Chan the ice cream apparently, so I have no idea what she feels about it. And I guess she's not going to eat anything, so she won't find out. I'm at Carcadon. I don't know where that is. I know, I feel like Game Builder Garage is going to turn out to be, like, deceptively complex. Okay, there's one route here I need to do. Yeah, it seems that way. Now I'm just absolutely slaughtering these apple slimes. Like, I one-shot them every time. Nice. I wonder if in the next Smash game, if they decide to expand out the Miis, I wonder if they'll be inspired by this game for the classes. Mii Brawler, Mii Sword Fighter, Mii Gunner, Mii Cat, Mii Popstar. Or just have more moves that are reflective of what you can do in Miitopia. Condense the 3 Miis into one, but with more choices. Mii All-Star. Use one of everything. So is this what horses look like in the Mii world? Because we know what dogs look like from the Wii games, and cats. But I think this must be our first Mii horse. They look more natural than the Mii dogs and cats. Yeah, I think a Mii Magician is probably the next logical one, because it's really weird how like you got certain Mii outfits, like the Ashley Mii, that have to be a sword fighter for the staff, because otherwise they can't, because they don't have anything else they can be. Okay, nice. Oh. T3. I wonder what kinds of collections could be announced. I don't know. Metroid Prime Trilogy is probably the closest collection they would announce, I think. I don't know. I'm not convinced that Twilight Princess and Wind Waker will get away with being $50 again. But I also don't think they will be sold as a collection. I'm sort of convinced they'll be eShop only. I mean, unless they do like a super special limited time physical. Like the Mario All-Stars sort of thing that has them both. Or they just do it as like a Mario All-Stars where it's literally limited time. Limited times, you can get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the Switch physical for full price. Which would be really like, okay. I don't think we'll get either of them, to be entirely honest. I do think the classic Final Fantasies will be re-released at some point on the Switch, but I don't know if it will be necessarily 1 through 6. It's more likely, if anything, to be 1 through 3, and then 4, 5, and 6 will be released separately. And Metal Gear Collection as well. I mean, Metal Gear is weird. I don't really know what they're doing there. I feel like we're more likely to get a new Metal Gear game or a remake. Now, if Konami were really going to release a collection, I'd rather have the Mystical Ninja Collection, please. Or if they do Nintendo Switch Online, I feel like the Mystical Ninja games would absolutely be on there. At least the first one will. And that's good, because the first one is, like, proper good. Like, the first one is really good. More people should play. Oh, there's nothing there? Oh, that's disappointing. And now Gex is just tired. I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5, so I can't really comment on it. The only Metal Gear Solid game I've ever beaten is 2, so can't really comment on the franchise very much. But I have played Goemon, and everyone should play the Goemon games. La di da doo doo la 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 la. Nice. This is that gives me pizza mozzarella vibes there. Pizza mozzarella, mozzarella. Oof. Sauce. Yeah, you don't have any taste, Sauce-kun. Jeez. Plug yourself back into the computer. cool, collected Jex. Nice. Praise the buff girl. It was to the best part of JoJo. I can't wait for part 6 to come out and then be done so that we can be one step closer to having part 7 come out. Nice. Oh, horse wants to speak with me. Okay, horsey. Where you're at. Yeah, eat the carrot. As always. Yeah, the horse riding will probably be CG, to be fair. But CG's been pretty good in a lot of anime recently. So I have confidence that they can do it right. But yeah, I feel like absolutely... Horse dance. Well, the horse riding will absolutely be CG. It's just so much. It's going to be so much easier to do it in CG. It's going to save so much more time as well. Eat more grub. She's the only one who likes this stuff. I mean, true, but if they budget out, they know how popular Part 7 is going to be as well. Like they know that that's the one that a lot of people have been looking forward to. I feel like Part 5 and Part 6 are both just parts people have to get through. And I know Part 5 has definitely gotten a lot more popular now. And it probably always was quite popular in Japan, to be fair. But Part 7 is like universally like the best part. So woohoo! Okay, we're gonna go south. Yeah. I mean, they really like Golden Wind now, for sure. And they, to be fair, it probably was popular in Japan before. I just know it wasn't very popular outside of Japan. For a while. Golden Wind definitely feels like... It's like simultaneously the best and weakest adaptation. It's best because the original manga version of Golden Wind isn't very good anyway, and it makes it better. But it's also like the weakest part of the anime in terms of like how they presented it. True, I mean Part 5 did get a PS2 game. I mean, they definitely... Part 5 was definitely the obvious one to try and bring over here after Part 3 because the two are so similar to one another. But obviously, Prince got in the way of that, but... Like, I don't think the slice of life part of Part 4 would have. I mean, yeah, that's true, but I think the ending of Part 5 is pretty weak. Like Part 4's only problem is that because it's slice of life, it doesn't necessarily feel a lot of the time like stuff is happening, but it has a very strong middle and ending. Like there's a very strong second half in Part 4. Part 5 is a very strong start, and then it sort of middles out, and then it's a strong middle, and then it sort of middles out again, and then it becomes somewhat strong, and then it flounders at the end. It's like Part 3 has like a very strong start and end, and then the middle is like ups and downs. Part 1 is a very weak beginning, but then a good end, and then Part 2 is generally pretty good all throughout, to be honest. Part 2 is a pretty solid part overall. Spoilers for part 6, I suppose, but I think it has a good beginning and end and a very weak middle. Part 7 is great throughout, though. Part 7 is gold. Part 8 has a good start, and who the hell knows what's going on and what's the end. God, I hope they stick the landing at the end of Part 8, because I'm not confident that they will. I mean Araki. I'm not confident that Araki will stick the landing for Part 8, but hopefully I'm wrong. I don't mind sleeping slaves after the anime, but it was very strange in the manga. I mean, I don't know. I think the very start of part 1's pretty weak. Then it becomes good as soon as Dio becomes a vampire. Then it drops a little bit again, but it becomes strong again after Zeppeli dies. Anyway, we're actually on to new content now. Finally, let's get out of the canyon, and I think that's where I'll stop today because it's been like 2 hours already. NantenJex, if you'd wait a minute, good sir. Oh, it's Guard Fox is back. Hey, hey. About to enter next door. Next door, the neighbouring kingdom. Do be careful, sir. Now I must return to the castle. Well, that was random. Why? I can just... Why would I even bother going here? It's just going to be this cutscene? Okay, sure. Why did it stop me to tell me this? Well, alright, let's get it. Let's go to next door. And then that'll be where I probably stop the stream for tonight, because it's getting late. I mean, Dio's always been a dickhead. That's his whole thing. And we love him for it. I don't know if anyone did actually, now that you say it. Every stream I think I've said Team Guard Fox, and I don't think anyone has made that joke yet. Shows how few people actually played Star Fox Guard, huh? I actually never finished that game. I think it's the only Star Fox game I haven't finished. I do need to play Assault one day though. Go, horsey. Sauce. I'm super powerful, so I just carve through stuff. So these attacks seem like they'd be good, except because I'm AoE focused, it's probably better for me to just attack everyone. I can't believe our horse breathes fire. What is that about? It's getting dark. Ah, just a bit of bants. Bit of bants amongst the fam. Oh, and then... spooky ghost stories. No, everyone's scared. Coffin door closing shut. It crooked. Where is my face? Wow, Soulsham really liked that. Likes a fair bit. Nice. Conversation went on through the night. And then the dawn came. Sounds so menacing. Sure, alright. That was a break for sure. Kind of wish there was a bit more battle music in this game. Like, if each area had its own battle theme, that would be pretty nice. Or at least like a remix of the battle theme. How many fights you get into. It's good music, but it's also still like... it's the same thing. Oh shit, spin slash! Nice. Really, I should make him Link then. He's gonna be doing that. Paper Mario, the newest one, Origami King, did it really well with the different areas of different motifs and changed up the battle themes to match. Music is something nowadays that almost every game has a good soundtrack. So now it's more impressive with what you do with that soundtrack than actually having good music. It seems very difficult to release a game with bad music nowadays. At worst, it's forgettable. Yeah! We made it to the very ends of Greenhorn. Next door. Oh man, our like party lunch upgraded to now have roast chicken. Rumors next door is all about what? What do you know, Saucegun? Ah, come on. We get it, you know everything. Yeah! Kampai! Oh no, the Dark Lord is here. Oh no! What has he done? Oh no, I've lost my outfit. Oh no, I've lost my party. Oh no! Dark Lord pushed us and came in while you were asleep. And he stole my friends? Ah! No. Okay, it's happened already, right. Oh no, and I'm no longer my class. I put a curse on you which sealed away your powers. Oh no. A new power. Okay, right, so I've got to pick a new class. Are you serious? I gotta start from level 1. Oh no. So I can be a cat, an imp, or a scientist. Oh no. Well, I'll save scientist. Because I know who should have that class. Chef. So these are going to be my new classes going forward, huh? I want to try new classes. So I think I know who I'm going to make what class. So I'm going to be the chef. Hey, that's it now. Matt, I hope you know what class I'm going to make your character now that I've seen the new classes. Ugh. Oh no, what's happened to my party? Sorsendorf must have dropped us down here. Oh man, and we were just celebrating going to the next island, the next world. Oh, thanks, Gex, for having unwavering faith in me. And Sorcerer just needs to use her muscly body to rip it off. Right, well, I guess I'm just eating now. Do I like different things now that I'm a different class? Is that how this works? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought my taste would have been class-based, but here we are. Right, I think this is a good point to... I'm going to go hang out in the stables. At least the horse stays with me. So I think this is going to be a good point to save and quit, because it's almost midnight for me. And, yes. So we've now done all of Greenhorn. And the love triangle didn't get resolved because everyone else involved in the love triangle got kidnapped. So therefore, next time, in the next episode, which may be tomorrow or it may be Tuesday, dependent on how busy tomorrow is for me, I guess. I guess you'll find out sort of last minute. We will enter next door and I guess accumulate a new party. Let's see how that goes. But alright, thanks everyone for joining me for this time, and have a good rest of your Sundays. Laters.